So I forgot to mention in my last video, the Portland police were here. Now, the Portland police are the ones behind driving, okay? The Portland police are doing this because of the videos that I make about the Portland police. And I want to say this while I'm on the subject. If there ever was a city police force that needs to be defunded, it's the Portland police. I'm not against defunding crooked, low-down, sneaky, snaky cops, okay, at all. Because they ruin people's lives, like they're trying to ruin our lives right now because of my constant getting on their ass about their crooked ways and their meanness. Instead of helping people, they're out here trying to ruin people. For instance, just down here, about 3 blocks, maybe 4 blocks, there's a big encampment. And it's nasty, really nasty. And the question I want to ask is, why aren't they down there with all the drug users? Because me and my son don't use drugs, okay? That's the reason why they won't help us. They don't want to help drug addicts because there's federal money in it to help drug addicts. And they're the ones that made the drug addicts by making the drugs illegal. You see how they just keep rolling this shit along, right? Now we got Portland police in the mix, behind the scenes. And I knew they were there all the time, okay? But these are some of the worst cops that you ever meet, these cops here in Portland. The nice ones are nice, okay? There are nice cops in this city. But the worst of them, you can't believe the things that they do. These low-down, nasty cops. And the city keeps them on purpose because of what they will do. That's why they go around looking for people who are demented, mentally ill, psychopaths, morons, and they hire them to be police because they know they're mindless and they will do what they want them to do, these mindless creatures. Okay? Look what they're doing to me. I'm 80 years old, folks. Who wants to screw with an 80-year-old man? Who wants to make an 80-year-old man's life worse? Huh? Who? Can you tell me? Nobody, except the Portland police in the city of Portland. That's who. Folks, we got to put an end to this. We can't have the police making people miserable instead of helping them. They're making people miserable. I'm miserable. I'm living in the cold as a person who's severely disabled with neuropathy. I have a very bad nervous condition. It's very, very painful, and they won't give me any pain medication for it. The county says we have a policy not to give out pain medication unless we blah, 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 blah. And that's wrong, too. They're not giving me pain medication because they know I hurt, and they want me to hurt. Don't think that this is just a bunch of crap, folks. I'm talking serious. This is what they seriously are trying to do. They're trying to ruin me. Okay? They're trying to kill me while I'm living on the streets. And that's a fact. So when earlier videos that I made, I forgot to mention that the Portland police were here. And as soon as we mentioned that we had a blue wheelchair placard in the window, the Peabody officers fled. The one that was giving the ticket, she fled. The cops took the ticket from her and put it on the window. So the cops are involved. So we have a fourth conspiracy, a fourth conspirator, the Portland police. Now, the Portland police aren't supposed to go around doing shit like that. They're supposed to go out and have a conversation with people about whoever called them or whatever, but they don't do that, okay? They just lower the boom on you, and they don't care about your age or how sick you are or anything. They treat drug users better than they treat people who don't do drugs because they like drug users. That's why the city of Portland made drug use legal until they found out just how devastating it was, okay? And now drugs aren't illegal anymore, but all the people who had drugs and were doing drugs that got jobs for the city are still working for the city, including the cops. Cops are doing drugs too, okay? We all know that. They're just like anybody else. They have their fucking things that they do. Being a cop don't make no fucking difference to them. They'll do what they're going to do regardless of whether they're a cop or not. When did it get this way where the cops are running things and the citizens are running scared? Those cops are supposed to come out here and help me. They're supposed to serve me, okay? But that's not what they're doing. The mayor and the city council are using them like a goon squad, going around beating people, taking their property, putting them out in the cold. You know what would happen to me if they took this car and I was out in the cold? Huh? Do you know what would happen? I would die on the sidewalk, and that's exactly what they want. The city of Portland wants to kill me while living on the streets. That's what they want to do. They want me to die right here, and they're trying to help it by harassing and haranguing us. Okay? And by doing that, they're causing us a great deal of distress. Okay? I have post-traumatic stress disorder, dissociative amnesia, stress attacks, panic attacks, and anxiety attacks, okay? I've tried to commit suicide a number of times because I can't live in this world that's so cruel. This is a cruel world we live in, folks. Maybe you don't see the cruelty, but you could. In the future, you could see what I'm talking about. You don't know, but I know. I've seen this situation in Portland go from not too bad to the worst it's ever been. The riots downtown. This is all indicative of a government, okay, that's not in control of itself, okay, or its police departments, or its other departments that go around committing crimes on people. This is a crime, what they're doing to me. It's illegal to put a ticket on a disability person to make them move, just to make them move, and that's what the officer said. Just move a mile and you're all right. We won't tell you. See that threat right there? Move a mile, or that's not the law, though. The law is they can't make me move because I have a blue wheelchair placard in my window. So how do they get to violate the law, publicly violate the law? Then I report it on YouTube. Nothing happens to them. That's why we need federal investigators in this city, okay? Federal investigators. And I'm going to call the FBI up right now, as a matter of fact. I'm getting on the phone to call the FBI up and talk to the FBI about this crap, because this has gone far enough. I've had enough of this city. I have a lawsuit that I withdrew out of the U.S. District Court because I found out the attorneys were working on behalf of the city. Everything they were doing was going to benefit the city. So I withdrew the lawsuit to file later on when my lawsuit money comes from Albany, New York. I won my lawsuit against the Catholic Church. And I expect to get some millions of dollars, around $6. And so I'm going to use that lawsuit money, or my son's going to use it if I don't survive. My son is going to use it to file on the city. And unfortunately, the taxpayers will wind up paying it. But if the taxpayers don't learn their lesson and get rid of this faulty government, this is a faulty government. These are liberal Democrats that want to ruin this country. If you haven't been watching YouTube or if you've been watching the news outlets, you're screwed. If you're watching news outlets, you're getting lied to constantly. The real truth is on YouTube, okay? So folks, go to YouTube and look at the political videos. It's becoming outrageous what they're doing. Pretty outrageous. Our country is in turmoil right now because of things like they're doing to me. They're disobeying the law. They're not observing the laws. They're doing whatever the hell they want. And this causes people to go out and commit crimes. It does. Fucking with people this way, screwing with them this way. To get even, they'll go out and commit crimes. They do. Anyway, I'm going to do another video. I'm going to show you the mess that they overlooked so they can come and fuck with an old man, okay? I'm sorry about this video. It's kind of shaky and close. And I know I'm getting uglier as I get older, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, folks.